Hey guys, good to see you again. I hope you had a good, nice, long weekend. Tonight we're looking at the hospital. Let's get started. At the hospital. Common injuries and illnesses on vacation. When at a hospital, it's important to tell the doctors what they need to know. So we need to know the difference between symptoms, illness, and injuries. Doctors will ask and say things like, where does it hurt? Does it hurt when I touch here? Do you have any allergies to medication? How long have you been sick? How long have you been feeling this way? What are your symptoms? I'm going to prescribe some kind of medication. Take this medicine daily, weekly, every night, etc. Now let's talk about illnesses and injuries. To start out with, fever. A fever is an abnormally high body temperature, usually accompanied by shivering, headache, and in severe instances, delirium. She had a slight fever. Headache. A headache is a continuous pain in the head. I've got a splitting headache. Sore throat. A sore throat is a condition marked by pain in the throat, typically caused by inflammation due to a cold or other virus. Her voice is very ragged because she's got a sore throat. Here you can see the redness in the throat, the canker sores and throat swelling, and the swollen tonsils. These are all symptoms of a sore throat. Stomach ache or abdominal pain. Abdominal pain. A stomach ache is a pain in a person's stomach or belly. One of my symptoms is severe abdominal pain. I've got a terrible stomach ache. Food poisoning. Food poisoning. Very common at certain restaurants. Food poisoning is an illness caused by bacteria or other toxins in food, typically with vomiting and diarrhea being the symptoms. I had a very bad case of food poisoning after eating bad shellfish. Sunburn. Sunburn is reddening, inflammation, and in severe cases, blistering and peeling of the skin caused by overexposure to the ultraviolet rays of the sun. I laid out on the beach for too long and got a sunburn. Heat stroke. Heat stroke. Heat stroke is a condition marked by fever and often by unconsciousness, caused by failure of the body's temperature regulating mechanism when exposed to excessively high temperatures. It was so hot last summer, I nearly had heat stroke. Dehydration. Dehydration. Dehydration is a harmful reduction in the amount of water in the body. I was so dehydrated from the hike I passed out. Dehydration is one of the symptoms of heat stroke. Next, insect bites, animal bites, bird bites, or lizard bites are very important to immediately report to the hospital. They are wounds caused by the teeth of an animal. It usually results in a puncture or laceration, but can also cause contusions if the bite has not broken the skin. He had to be tested for rabies because an animal bit him. Sprain. A sprain is a wrench or twist of a ligament, an ankle, wrist, or other joint, violently so as to cause pain and swelling, but not dislocation. He left in a wheelchair after spraining an ankle. These always feel terrible. A broken bone, or a fracture. Fracture. A fracture is the cracking or breaking of a bone. He broke his collarbone while skating. She fractured her arm falling off a ladder. Laceration. Laceration, or cut. A laceration is a deep cut or tear in skin or flesh. He suffered lacerations to his leg after falling off of his bicycle. Contusion. Contusion, or bruise. A contusion or bruise is a region of injured tissue or skin in which blood capillaries have been ruptured. A bruise. A dark contusion on his cheek was beginning to swell. I bruised my arm on the door. Trips, slips, and falls. A trip is the result of a foot striking or colliding with an object and falling forward. A slip is the same, but results in falling backward. A slip usually ends in more severe injuries. A fall is the result of colliding with the ground after a trip or slip. Oh God, my leg is broken. This man went to the hospital after breaking a leg. Here's a small mock conversation between the doctor and the patient. Hello, what seems to be the problem? I think I broke my leg. I'm in a lot of pain. Where does it hurt exactly? Right here, where my shin looks like it's trying to say hello. Yes, that does look quite painful. How did this happen? I was on vacation cliff diving with friends and I landed on a rock. Well, that was a silly thing to do. I can definitely see that now. Please help. I'm going to give you something for the pain. Are you allergic to any medications? No, I'm not. Excellent. Now I'll reset your bone. You may feel some pressure. And he passes out. Ah, you're awake. While you were asleep, we put your leg in a cast. Thanks, Doc. I'm feeling much better now. That's great. We'll keep you here for a few days to recover. It's a shame about my vacation. Look next time before you jump off a cliff. Will do, Doc. I've learned my lesson. Alright, that's all I got for you today. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at the pharmacy. And remember, we'll review all of this next Monday. Thank you guys again, and have a great night.